Hey dude, you know what I've been wondering for a while?
Mm.
I mean, we're both strong young men.
Mm.
I've been wondering, how do you think we do in a zombie apocalypse?
Very poorly.
Hey kids, sit up and pay attention. It's time for Retrorific.
Hi everyone.
Hey yo! What a Twinkie.
Welcome to another edition of Retrorific.
It's chilly, ignore it.
We lied, by the way, about Alien. Deal with it. Alien is still coming up on the 25th, but we're doing this first.
You should know by now that whatever we say we're going to do, we'll get around to it eventually, but yeah. Eventually.
Yeah, so we've just seen Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Which was thoroughly enjoyable apart from a couple of bits.
Yeah, it was, I'd say a good antidote to Shaun of the Dead.
An American antidote to Shaun of the Dead.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's the exact same concept, done very differently. The whole concept of the romantic comedy with zombies. But basically the way I put it is, if you imagine that Shaun of the Dead is what happens when zombies invade the office, then this film is what happens when zombies invade Superbad, for example.
I think that works. I don't know why, I don't see it so much as Superbad. Well, I do see the elements there, but for some strange reason there's a couple of moments that really remind me of Pushing Daisies. I don't think you've seen
I've not seen that, so...
But it's just in the very glossy way it's filmed in a couple of scenes. In particular just the narration structure of like zombie kill of the week, which is a genius idea.
Genius idea, yes.
Not as executed as often as I think they could have pulled it off. There were some genius ideas, but dropping a piano on a zombie is a good idea.
Oh, definitely.
Also, there's the best cameo ever.
Yeah, let's not give away who it is.
We're not going to give away who it is, but it's just such a beautiful moment.
See, the problem with that is, though, about 5 minutes into the cameo, the thought entered my head, where are they going with this? I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought it was just a cameo for the sake of having a cameo.
Yeah.
And then it does actually build to the perfect punchline.
Yeah. Which you can guess where it's going, because obviously, zombie movie, cameo, but it's done in a very different way to what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's very cleverly done.
They milk it for as long as they need to get the mad props, but not too long to the point, well, they almost go too long, but not quite too long. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, brilliant job, whoever you are, because we're not naming you in this video.
Yes. Okay, for me, this film... Great first act.
Oh yeah, absolutely excellent introduction.
Excellent first act. Great introduction to the characters. Great introduction to the concept. Really fun, fast-paced, witty. Excellent. Excellent third act. Again, we're not going to give too much away, but basically, zombies in a theme park. The middle part of the film, though, for me, really got a bit saggy.
There's a bit where it becomes too much of a rom-com where you're just thinking, oh god, you know they're just going to do the whole I love you!
Yeah, and it's not a particularly well-written rom-com either. You know, I've seen much better rom-coms. Yeah. I found the female characters in this film really badly characterised.
Yeah. It starts off as an interesting one. Yeah. And then it kind of like...
She's basically just a cipher. You know, she is just a love interest.
Yeah.
She's like a love interest with a quirky personality. Yeah. And that quirky personality is about all that she gets to do throughout the film. She, you know, there's nothing human about her.
But there's such a chemistry between, like, Tenenhausen, whatever his name is. Jesse and Columbus. It's when they're together on screen, it is pretty much the perfect buddy movie.
Oh, it is. It's a great.
There's great.
As a rom-com, it's crap. As a buddy movie, it's brilliant.
Yeah. There's some nice banter. I really want to try a Twinkie because it's just beautiful. Yeah, I love this man's obsession with this little candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just beautiful.
Believe it or not, Twinkies have an expiration date. Someday very soon, life's little Twinkie gauge is gonna go empty.
There's just nice little bits of banter, and the two girls who are get on all right with their roles.
Yeah.
In terms of acting.
They make the most of those characters.
It could have been just flat out awful. They make it, okay, this isn't, but it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the look of this movie. There's something that's just, there's a nice sheen to it, there's a beautiful kind of...
You know what I just realised, just about 5 minutes ago, while we were sitting here talking about it?
No.
There's no shaky cam in this film.
No, that's actually a really good point.
No shaky
it's really
cam.
nicely shot.
It's very well shot.
That's actually really refreshing. I think that's part of what I liked about it. It's a very fun movie.
It is. It's got a real sense of fun, and it's everything that anyone who's ever spent too many hours playing zombie video games
or
would
watching
hope
too many
for.
zombie movies.
It's just the perfect blend of running around empty streets and finding ingenious ways of killing zombies.
This is pretty much, if there was a zombie apocalypse tomorrow, this is the way that you'd hope it would work.
Yeah.
And let's face it, they know what audience they're pandering to.
Yeah.
We are all Columbus. If you're watching this, you're probably Columbus. Yeah. You all want to meet the cool badass who looks after you, the really hot girl, drive around, shoot a few zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
Beat a zombie clown and crash his head.
Exactly.
A little peep.
Yeah. There's not really a huge amount that I have to say. Do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
Good solid fun for the whole family, if your family don't mind grotesque amounts of gore. There's one thing that just reminded me of. I love the opening credits.
Yeah, the opening credits are
It's just slow motion zombie kills and it's beautiful. Yeah. It's just, I think For Whom the Bell Tolls is good. I didn't, it was just like, yeah, that's quite cool. That's 1812.
Did they use the 1812 overture?
No, they should have done.
Oh, they should have
used
done.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Right.
By Metallica. But I don't know, in my head there was just...
I'm kind of glad they didn't go with that though, because that would have been a bit cliched.
Yeah.
But
and Farscape did it 10 times better at making it.
But, so for me, excellent concept, well done, well filmed, well acted, great comedic dialogue and everything. I loved the first act, loved the third act, nearly fell asleep during the second act.
Yeah, there's a director's cut out there where it just fell asleep. It does become a bit Dawn of the Dead in the second act. It gets very comfortable.
But Dawn of the Dead works because it's a psychological drama.
Yeah, this kind of like tries to flirt with the idea of going into that.
Yeah, the problem with this film though is that the characters are such broadly drawn comic characters that they don't work in a psychodrama.
Yeah, which is why I don't think it was acknowledged there, but you kind of like see the hints of it in the actors' performances, which is why I think it's such a great acting. Yeah, it's just such a good job with the acting.
Yeah.
It drags a bit at some points, but you really can't find anything bad to say about it that badly. You'll have good fun watching this film. You won't feel like you want the money back.
No, we definitely had fun with this one.
Yeah.
I haven't cried like that since Titanic.